hope you're having a beautiful day. Today we'll be learning part 2 of my mini series of adding 4-petal anti-spin flowers to our twin tech. This move is easier with minis or littler hoops, but it will work for any size hoop. You'll just have to work a little bit harder on keeping your planes and hoops nice and clean. Also, this will be very helpful if you have a reflection or a mirror to practice on, because remember, clean lines are very important. So if you haven't seen part 1 of my mini series, go check that out, because we want to learn some new fun things to add into our flow. So with no further ado, let's jump right in. So we'll begin with prerequisites. Of course, you'll need to know how to do the 4-petal anti-spin flower. Today we'll be doing it pointer led. Understanding how to pulsate your hand or manipulate your arm to make 1, 2, 3, 4 petals, not just doing this. Okay, we actually want to make a beautiful flower. That'll be with your right hand and your left hand, knowing how to do it pointer led for this trick. And the second thing you'll need to know how to do is a vertical linear isolation. That means going up and down, pointer led, starting by dropping down and then going up. And of course, you'll need to know the pointer led vertical linear isolation with both hands as well. For this tutorial, I just want you to remember that my right hand will have the bright hoop. Right, bright, left, pink. Just so you could keep track of the pattern and what hand is doing what. So first I want to discuss the vertical linear isolation. For this move, what we're going to do is start with our thumbs pointing up with both hoops. Not one hoop is framing each other, our head's sort of in the middle, okay? I want you to imagine 2 rectangles next to each other, okay? Lined up in front of you. When you're doing these linear isolations, you want to keep the hoops in these imaginary rectangle boxes, keeping the linear isolation nice and clean. So if you start like this with maybe 2 inches in between each hoop, oh my gosh, there's an ant on my hoop. A big old ant. Oh, there you go, buddy. So if you're keeping 2 inches in between the hoops, we want to try to keep 2 inches in between when we go down and when we go up, okay, just to keep it nice and clean. But for the linear isolations, you're going to begin with both thumbs pointing up, and you are going to begin isolating while bringing the hoops down, okay? So your hands are going opposite from each other. It seems like it's pinky led, but it's not, okay? Then we will drop the hoops down nice and clean. We will roll the hoop on the back of our hand and re-grip at the same time. And then we will bring the hoops up so that they are in the air and you're at 6 o'clock on your hoops. Okay, then we are going to bring the hoop down, all the way down, re-grip with the hand flip, bring all the way up, isolating to 6 o'clock, all the way down, isolating to do the hand flip again, trying to keep the hoops in that imaginary rectangle. Now, I do not have a mirror or reflection, but it is important to practice your clean tech in front of some sort of reflection, especially for these kind of moves, because I am really truly hoping that it looks clean. Now, the hardest part, you could keep it clean the whole time. The hardest part is about here. When your thumbs are pointing down, your wrists are facing you, not me, you, and then you go to bring it down and do the hand flip. That's the hardest part to keep clean, so really practice doing that, okay? So once you get this motion going, this is the center of the trick, okay? Keeping these hoops in those imaginary rectangles. When you decide that you want to add an anti-spin to the mix, that's when this gets really fun, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to anti-spin our right bright hoop, and we are going to keep our pink left hoop doing exactly what it's doing, this linear isolation. Now how are we going to do that? When we go down, we're going to do the hand flip and re-grip. Our left hand is going to go up because it just did the hand flip, and our anti-spin right bright hoop is going to push up and anti-spin its first pedal because we already did a hand flip, so you can easily do a pointer lead anti-spin on your opposite side. My arm is stretched out, okay? And together it looks like this. So we'll do the hand flip and the anti-spin. So we want this beautiful layered effect right here. When the pink hoop is doing the linear isolation, the anti-spin will layer it perfectly. Now from here, my anti-spin right bright hoop, which is in front, is going to anti-spin up while my left hand pushes up to 6 o'clock. So both hoops are up at the same time. Now my right bright hoop is going to anti-spin out while I bring my linear isolation down. And to finish it off, I am going to anti-spin down with my right bright hoop while I bring my linear isolation with my left hoop down. And this is perfect to do the hand flip, okay? So let's try that again. Let's start with these beautiful double linear isolations. When we go down, we're going to want our right bright hoop to start the anti-spin flower. So we'll do the hand flip, bring the hoop, our linear isolation with our left hand up while anti-spinning our first pedal to make this beautiful layered effect. The anti-spin always goes in front of the linear isolation. Then they're both going to go up at the same time by doing an anti-spin with our right bright hoop up and isolating our left pink hoop up to 6 o'clock, and together it looks like that. Then we are going to anti-spin our right bright hoop out while bringing our hoop down, our linear isolation down. And then we are going to meet again together at the bottom by bopping our left linear isolation down and anti-spinning our hoop down to do the hand flip again, okay? So this is messing around with the vertical linear isolation, breaking it up so that our right hand does the anti-spin flower and our left hand does the linear isolation. You could go right back into doing this linear isolation. Now let's mess with the left hand. We're going to go down, do the hand flip. Now we want our left hand to do the 4-pedal anti-spin flower, and we want our right hand to do this beautiful linear isolation, keeping it in the rectangle the whole time. Both are pointer lead, so when we go down, we'll do the hand flip. We'll bring our linear isolation up, and we will anti-spin out to the side. Our left hoop will begin anti-spinning on its opposite side, which is its right side. Okay, so we have this beautiful layered effect. Of course, the anti-spin now is our left hoop, which is in front. Then we will anti-spin our left hoop up while we push our right hoop up to 6 o'clock. Now they're both up at the same time. Then we will anti-spin out while we bring our right hoop down. And then the last pedal for our left hand anti-spin flower will meet at the bottom with our linear isolation still going to do the hand flip again. So left hand will anti-spin out to do the layered effect. Up at the same time. Out is the only time that it's not close to the other hoop, and then down together. How cool is that? I discovered this and I fell in love because if you are clean with your lines, this will look so cool. By beginning with a double linear isolation, and whenever you decide that you want to add an anti-spin with whatever hand, it's always at the bottom for now. I'll mess around with doing it on the top with a different video, but when you are down and do the hand flip, you could immediately begin with this bad boy. You could do the hand flip and turn it into the other side, right back into it again. But no matter what you decide to do all these, no matter what hand it is or what trick it is, just make sure that you do the hand flip first, okay? Now, like I said, practice in a mirror or a reflection or your shadow or a window, because clean lines are important. I know I say it a lot. That is part 2 of my mini series of adding anti-spins to the mix. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Both sets of hoops shown in this video are from Festival Treasures Etsy shop. Use my code VeganHooper for 10% off of your purchase. If you want to learn quirky clean tech, I give Skype lessons. DM me on Instagram for more information. Follow me on Instagram. Give me a tag. I want to see you guys incorporate these moves into your flow. My name is Miss Maynard Keenan. I would love to see you there. I hope that you have a good day. Peace. God bless you. And happy hooping.